about those moments that prepared me for life. Something that a book, something that a school could never have taught me. Life taught me.
I wake up half past 5, thank God I'm still alive. Start seeing flashing lights, I guess it's time to shine. It's time to start my day. First thing I do is pray. He says to make a way, just know you'll be
your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
Boom! Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. I'm Booker T, 6-time world heavyweight champion, 2-time Hall of Famer. Got my man Brad Gilmore here with me, as always, getting ready to do this thing. I want to thank everybody for stepping inside the Hall of Fame, getting your champagne wishes, man. Caviar dreams, baby. Oh, yeah. I feel like it's going to be a real good day today because I got my strength back, man. I got my exuberance. But I got my zeal back. So it's going to be on today, man. I'm feeling good. How you feel, Brad? How you feel?
I'm feeling good too, Book. You know, we're on the precipice of Blitz and the big game going on Sunday. And you know what? We're here live. If you're watching us live on YouTube, we're just a couple of minutes away from that big WrestleMania XL press conference. It's going to be going on from the T-Mobile Arena, arena for a press conference. Pretty cool, man.
Hey, guys out there, don't get it twisted. Blitz, that's reality of wrestling going down this Saturday night. You don't want to miss out. You don't want to get shut out going down there at the Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena, 9300 Emmett F. Lowry Expressway, guys. 7 o'clock bell time. 7 o'clock bell time. We brothers. We the brothers. A small company. We work hard for our artists, but like I said, we start on time. We start on time. I know Brad, you was wondering, where's he going? Where's he going? That's where I'm going, man. You know, the brothers always start late. You know what I mean? But in reality of wrestling, I'm trying to change that mode right there and make sure we start on time because it's going to be a big, big show. Jacob Fatu will be in the building taking on Ruthless Ryan Davison. This is a battle that, for me, I got a lot of stock weighing into this matchup right here. But I tell you, man, some of the stars of NXT, Duke Hudson is going to be in the house, as well as Mason D. Madden, formerly Dio Madden, former WWE star, former NXT star. He'll be there as well. It's going to be a whole lot going on in the. You know what? I feel good today. You can tell because when I started talking like this right here, it's going to be a whole lot going. When it roll like that, that's when you know something's about to pop off. You know. You know that right there too. Let me pop off. It's gonna be on today, man. We got a lot to talk about, man.
We do have a lot to talk about. Road Blitz going on again. Limited tickets available. 9300 NF Lowry Expressway this Saturday. You don't want to miss out. You want to be in the building for that. This WrestleMania press conference we're going to be covering. What's going on with The Rock? What's going on with Cody? What's going on with Roman? We're going to get maybe an answer to that and bring it to you live. Also, some AEW reactions from the news last night and from the main event last night on Dynamite. We want to talk about that. Scott D'Amore no longer with TNA. He was fired or unceremoniously let go, depending on where you read, from Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, company that he's been with since 2003. We got your super chats coming in. So if you want to ask a specific question to BT, myself, or both of us, you can just go ahead and super chat that in, and we will read it on the air and get to it. I mean, Book, it's been busy news. News is all over. News is aplenty. And I don't know where we start with this. I guess everyone wants to know, what did you think of Byron on NXT? Why don't we start there?
Well, I can tell you right now. Yeah, I love Byron. He's a good kid. He's a good kid, and he stepped into a spot. Big shoes to fill, man. I must say, big shoes to fill. And he did the best job he possibly could do. The consensus say they hated his ass. And can't wait for me to get back. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Let me know that, my job is secure, especially with Byron. Especially when Byron is sitting there in the seat. But no, man, I'm just glad to see, the show still rolling on without me. I appreciate the boys going out there and working, behind off, seriously.
Did you watch the show?
I did.
Did you feel like that player sitting on the bench, like, oh, I got to get back in the game?
Well, I felt sorry for Byron.
Byron just catches strays for no reason. Let that man cook. Let that man cook.
He was lukewarm. You know what I mean? He has no rhythm. I think that's Byron's. He looked like he got rhythm, but he doesn't. If you understand what I'm saying. He looks like he has perhaps he looked like he perhaps has soul, but it's another story.
Hey, Michael Cole has a soul patch.
What are you talking about?
Soul patch is the little gimmick, goatee gimmick.
Yeah.
That's a soul patch. Michael got some soul.
Look, Michael Cole has more soul than Byron.
Well, why? What did Byron do? Why are you cooking him so bad right now? I thought Byron. Look, am I preferential to you and Vic as a team? Yes. But come on, man. Let Byron
give me your honest assessment of Byron.
I thought he did a fine job. You
know what? You know what? I think Byron did a fine job as well.
You can't say that now.
I did.
You can't say that now. You cannot tell this man he has no soul, no rhythm, no zeal. I think you said something about zeal. Did you say something about zeal?
Look, I didn't say zeal. I said I got my zeal back. No, I'm not saying that he did a bad job. I'm just saying that it's a lot softer than what I would bring to the table. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. Look, you're entitled to your opinion, and I'm not saying that I don't prefer you.
I'm gonna tell you this. I like I said, I like Byron, but I remember we were at WrestleMania. I think we were in Miami, something like that.
Okay.
And we're on top of the roof. We got to do the kickoff show from the roof.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there, talking back and forth. We're doing our notes. So I'm writing my notes for the show, and he's writing his notes. And these two guys walk by, and it's just because I'm talking about instinct here, feel, I mean, for me, I just gotta, my skin crawl when I feel something, or
spidey sense
go up, and these two guys, they walked over and they go, and I waved, and I go, what are those guys doing up here? And Byron's waving at them and getting ready to go give them an autograph. I go, Byron, hold up, don't do that. And I go, security, go check these two guys out, because I don't think they should be in the building. I just a sense that I had. Security, go check them out. These two guys that snuck in the building with the crew coming in, right? Could have been somebody that was there to do something real, real dangerous. You know what I mean? I say, Byron, you got to keep your senses up, bro. You got to understand, you just can't let people, get in your space like that, and you don't see exactly or feel what's going on. Oh, I just didn't know. You can't do that. A guy walked up on Byron at the gas station one day, and Byron asked him, "May I help you?"
What's wrong with that?
If somebody walk up on me at the gas station, I'm gonna say, "Back up, man. You need to back up. You don't need to be walking up on me at the gas station."
Oh, wait. Your beef with Byron is that he's courteous. He waves at people and asks them, "Is there anything he can help with?" He's courteous, and you're mad at it. You're saying his senses are off. He's got no rhythm.
Look, man. Just say for instance, a girl, one of his old college girlfriends came in. Well, I went college mates that came in, and I think Byron got a ticket to the show, and I think after the show she asked Byron, hey, would you like to? I think my car broke down or something. Can you assist me? And get me to my apartment. And I think Byron chose to get an Uber for her. Yeah. Something like that.
Why are you doing Byron like this? Byron, I think you did a fine job on commentary. That's what I said. I asked you what you think about commentary. You're telling me about the gas station, about Ubers and old college girlfriend. Come on, man.
College, you single, college girlfriend, college mate, car breakdown. She need a ride to the apartment, and she's asking you for a ride. What are you gonna give her, Brad? Chew it and do it. That's what you're going to do. You know what I mean?
You know what? I feel like, you know what? No, you're picking on this man.
You know what, man?
We need Byron on the show. I want Byron on the show. I want you to tell this to Byron and let him defend himself.
We'll get Byron on next week. Yeah, we got a lot of stories about Byron. Byron's good people.
Hey, look, Byron's jacked too, though, man. I saw him in the pre-show pose down. Byron was looking good, man.
Byron's, he's in the gym. He's been training. He's one of those guys. He used to be in NXT. He's former wrestler.
Yeah,
so.
He was in ECW, I think.
That lasted, but
we need to stop it. Just stop it. Damn, man.
We got to take a break, guys. We got a lot to talk about.
Byron, I got you, man. I got you.
Okay. Byron, don't try to sit at my damn table too long because I'm coming back. Stick around, guys. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Can you dig it, sucker? And this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about sex. Hey, you remember when you was always ready to go? I'm talking about strapping the rocket on it, man. Going straight to the moon. I'm talking about getting it done. If you want that extra confidence, I got something for you. Listen up. BlueChew.com. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, but in a chewable tablet at the fraction of the cost.
But the great thing, Book, is you can take it any time, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days.
The best part, guys, it's all done online on the internet. So there's no doctor's visit, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at a pharmacy or any of that.
And the thing is, Book, Blue Chew's tablets, they're made right here in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package, so no one is the wiser.
Let's just get it out there, guys. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. It's like this. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew absolutely free when you use promo code Booker at your checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping, man. That's BlueChew.com. Use promo code Booker to receive your first month absolutely free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And, we want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the Hall of Fame podcast. Chew it and do it. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. I know we got a lot to talk about. Byron, I'm just messing with you, dog. Just messing with you.
You can't say that after the break. No one's going to clip that in. You can't say it after the break. You did that intentionally. Like, I'm going to say this after the break so I can clean it up. I can always go back and show them I cleaned it up.
Go back and say that, man. You're supposed to, hey, man, no, I'm just playing. That's what we do here, man. Inside the hall, it's jokes. It's all jokes.
It's just jokes, man.
But where we want to start it, man? We want to start Sting. Sting.
Yeah, let's talk about Sting. Let's talk about Sting, man.
I said it, man. Sting, he's having a hell of a swan song. I must say that.
It really is.
Literally, because he jumped off something last night. Swan song, you know what I mean? And I thought he was going to kill himself.
Man.
The thing is, when I was watching it, he was, they were fighting in the stands. And then,
yes.
Boom, he just hit whoever he was working. Who were they working?
They were working Big Bill.
Yeah, Big Bill and
Homeboy. Ricky Starks.
Oh, yeah, Ricky Starks. I don't know why. I mean, I know they're tag team champs, right? But I didn't, I don't keep up with a whole lot of AEW, I must say. But I knew this match was going down, so I said I must see Sting go for the tag team championships. I remember when Darby Allin had, posed, Sting and him going for the tag team championships. I thought that was pretty cool. But when I was watching, I think Sting nailed Ricky Starks being, and then Ricky Starks went down, and Sting just kept walking. And I go, oh, something's finna happen. And he just disappeared. And then he reappeared on the ledge there, and I go, oh, Sting's finna do it. He's gonna do it. And man, I don't know, man. I got to give him credit. I got to give him a lot of credit for going out the way he's going out after the doctor said he'll never do this again. I don't know how Sting's gonna be feeling after this run is over with, as far as, but definitely, I must say, this is like a high power thing. You know what I mean? God has definitely been on his side in this last run. God has really been on his side. You know what I mean? Yeah. They always talk about the power of prayer, man. And I must say, in this situation right here, that's the only thing I can attribute it to. It's the only thing that I could attribute it to. Sting's last run is God is literally on his side and guiding him through this thing. That's it. And I'm not just saying that for any other reason that it's no reason a guy that's 63 years old, 64 years old should possibly be jumping off something like that and then standing back up and not have just done it one time. He's done it several times, going through the tables. God has been with Sting throughout this whole run.
Yeah, and you know what? I agree with you on that. And God bless him. I was watching, so I had a feeling going into Revolution, which is, I believe, next weekend or coming up in a couple weeks, that Sting was going to be, the tag champs. I saw they're doing this match. It made sense, let him have the title run to finish off his career. And so I was like, let me watch the show live. I wanted to watch it live. And so I'm watching it, and they do the spot that you're talking about. And Sting goes up to the top and does the dive off the whatever that entry kind of way is in the arena. The ledge.
Yeah.
And he does the dive onto Big Bill and Ricky Starks, but Bill takes the brunt of it, right? And Starks is there a little bit, and it looked like Sting hit his hip on the.
Oh, well, I'm gonna tell you right now. No, I'm gonna tell you right now. It was gnarly, bro. It was
okay. So I thought it looked rough.
That's why I say this for him to take that and get up.
Yeah.
I was like, man, because one thing about gravity, it pulls that way just naturally. But as you get older, it pulls a lot harder. It really does. It's just like, just say, for instance, when you see one of these young guys do that same jump off that ledge, they're gonna get some air. When you're older, you just want to just
I just want to land.
Yeah, you just want to get off it. You know what I mean? And then let gravity do the rest.
Right.
You don't want to try to add anything to it. And I tell you, for me as a wrestler, when I got older, like 45, the landings from that drop kick off the top rope was a whole lot stiffer than it was at 35 and 25. And I was like, man, let me throw this move out, because I just knew, it hurt me when I did it. You know what I mean? So for me, when I see Sting at his age still going out there and doing stuff like that, I give him a lot of credit for going out there and finishing this thing the way he's doing it. His legacy going to be well intact after he finished this thing. No matter what, Sting's legacy is going to be one of those guys that, man, he did it his way. He did everything.
It was a little solemn to watch last night because I realized, oh man, this is Sting's last title he's going to win, right? I mean, theoretically, I don't think they're going to put him in another title match. I don't think he's going to go up against Samoa Joe before the pay-per-view and win the title, right? So this is the last championship he's going to win. And Shivani was there on the call, and you know what? I got to give Shivani so much props, man. He makes moments feel bigger. And Sting's sons were there on the side. Did you see his kids?
Big
One
kid.
of them looks identical to Sting, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah.
identical.
Yeah.
Like if he has the blonde, if he dyes his hair blonde, I mean, he is Sting from '89.
Well, you know, that's what, you know, you just hit it right on the head right there. A lot of people don't really realize how extraordinary this Sting's run really is, man. This guy's been doing this since the 80s.
Yes.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
I mean, like when, you know, rap, was, really at his peak of really getting kicked off and whatnot, just think about the, the generation gap over the generation gap this guy's gone through. So these young kids watching him right now, I mean, just think about how long Sting has really been in the game doing this at this level.
And here's the crazy thing. The year Sting made his debut, the #1 movie of the year was Back to the Future, right? And that movie came out almost 40 years ago.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like,
that's just my point right there. When you put it together like that, you go, wow, man, this guy's really been wrestling his whole life. He's been doing this more than more than half of his life, and it's crazy to see how the guy can still walk and move around and still. I'm serious. It's really incredible because I was at I went to a show one time and me and Charmel, we was in the car, we were driving up, and we were about 200-300 feet from the hotel entrance, and I saw one of the guys getting out of the car, and I go, man, you could tell that's one of the boys because he was bent over, he could barely walk, and he hadn't been wrestling or anything, just wear and tear on the body. And I see Sting still doing this at this level after the doctor told him, he would never be able to do this again. It's really remarkable. I give him a lot of credit because I don't know. I don't know if I would have, said, let me push it to the, let me see if I can push it, no matter what the doctor told me. I know one doctor's going to tell you one thing, and you can go to another doctor, and he's going to give you a total different opinion. But that's something that you got to weigh on yourself and say, man, do I really want to, push myself and try this? And if it turned out to be the wrong decision, you know what I mean? But for Sting, it seemed like it's turned out to be the right decision. I got to give him a lot of credit for that.
It's funny you say that because I remember, I think it was an interview I was watching with Tom Cruise, and he was talking about, he does all these big stunts for the Mission Impossible movies, and he wanted to do something where he jumps from one building to the next building, right? And he goes, so I was talking with the safety coordinator, and he told me that, it couldn't be done and that I shouldn't do it. It's too risky. So, then I got another safety coordinator who told him he could do it. He's pretty much fired the guy who told me he couldn't do it. And I found somebody who said it was all right, and that's what you're saying with the doctors. And you know what? I also got to get Sting this, like the dive, like we sometimes joke about it, like, oh, Sting's got to jump off something, but the dive's become one of his like new signature moves in his 60s. Like I actually wanted to, I say that half joking because I went to go find the dive from last night because I wanted to show it on the show just now, and I couldn't find it. But when you type in Sting dive, there's a compilation video that's 1 minute and 47 seconds of all Sting's dives in AEW.
Wow.
Right?
Wait a minute.
I didn't realize he had that many, but like it's become part of his.
For him to have 1 minute and 40 seconds.
It's like 47, minute 46.
Wow, that's crazy.
Dude, it's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild that Sting had that many dives. And you know what? I was like looking at it just now a little bit just to kind of see how they were faring out. And Sting's, he's been doing it, man. I mean, Sting's doing it, and he's doing it at a high level. I mean, look at that. Bam. Boom. He got some air on that one, too. It's the Stinger. And he's 4 years old.
Yeah, look at this crazy, right?
Bam. Look at that.
Yeah, man. More power to Sting, man. How you gonna tell a man? How you gonna tell
Bam,
a man?
look at that one.
Oh my God. How you gonna tell a man he can't do it no more? So for me, this run has been a hell of a run for Sting, and I say congratulations to everything that he's done in the business. I got a chance to work with Sting a lot in my early career in WCW. Got so many singles matches with Sting and I. We tagged together and wrestled against the Road Warriors.
Wow.
Yeah. pay-per-view, So I was like, how the hell did I end up in this spot? It's one of those things. I had the Stinger paint on and the gloves and everything. So guys, stick around, I've been there, man. We'll be back in a minute.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program for an important public service.
What's up, y'all? It's your man, Booker T, 6-time world champion, 2-time Hall of Famer, and I'm here with my main man, Brad Gilmore, on the Hall of Fame podcast. And today we're talking about something that's been a game changer for us, and that's HelloFresh.
That's right, Booker. Whether you're looking to save money, eat better, or stress less in the new year, HelloFresh has got you covered. We're talking about farm-fresh ingredients, chef-crafted recipes, and the best part, it's all delivered right to your doorstep.
Brad, I used to stress about meal planning, especially with my busy schedule. But with HelloFresh, man, I'm whipping up quick, tasty meals in no time. And my favorite has got to be their 15-minute recipes. Man, who knew I could cook a gourmet meal that fast?
Absolutely, Book. But let's talk about variety. HelloFresh has over 45 dinner options each week. So that's right, there's going to be no more recipe boredom. Plus, they've got calorie smart and protein smart options, perfect for keeping those New Year's resolutions in check.
And Brad, as a family man, I'm sitting down for dinner with my crew, and it's important. HelloFresh, quick and easy meals have made that reality. Even on the busiest nights, it's just convenient. It's bringing the family together.
And don't forget, breakfast fans, HelloFresh is hooking you up, the listeners of the Hall of Fame podcast, with free breakfast for life. That's right, a free breakfast item with every delivery. Now, that's a sweet deal to wake up to.
Y'all heard it here first. Go to HelloFresh.com/BookerFree and use the code, man, BookerFree, to get your free breakfast for life. Remember, one breakfast item per box while your subscription is active. Oh, yeah, man.
That's HelloFresh.com/BookerFree with the code BookerFree. Don't miss out on America's #1 meal kit.
Join us in making cooking fun, easy, and absolutely delicioso. It's HelloFresh. You got it. Oh, yeah. Can you dig it, sucker?
It's time to get your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
Boom! Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. Talking about Sting coming up on the retirement of Sting after almost 40 years, right? You said almost 40 years of career,
almost
man.
40 years.
And like I say, big up to Sting. Congratulations. What's next? What's next for Sting?
Yeah, man. They're gonna. It looks like it's gonna be Sting and Darby versus the Young Bucks at Revolution for the titles. That's what it's looking like. And they did the beatdown angle after the show or after the match went off. And you know what? Also, shout out to Darby. I think Sting would probably tell you himself he couldn't have done this run without Darby Allin. And Darby's really been there, putting in the work right along Sting and helped give him this second career in a lot of ways.
Nah, man, I give that kid Darby Allin a lot of credit as well, because he could have been like a real sour, puss about, Sting coming in and, taking his shine away from him. Now Sting's the masked guy. But for him to fall in line and say, man, Sting's a legend. And Sting's a true legend to this game. And for me to be able to soak up a little bit of that knowledge, it's one thing, but to be able to be partners with him, man, can you imagine? Man, I can only imagine how that kid really, really felt, because it seemed like he bought in from day one. And that right there was really the key to, like you say, Sting really having this last run and doing this last run properly, because a lot of the weight, a lot of the lifting did go to the kid, but Sting did his part as well. And together they definitely created a, I don't know, this two different forces coming from, two different planets, like type things. One from from two totally different eras.
Yeah,
that right there, it's like you and I. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On two totally different planets, but we seem to have come together and the stars lined up for us to actually be able to do this, and that's what those guys seem like they pulled off. And I'm sure Darby Allin's going to look back on this as being one of the highlights of his career.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There's no way that you can. And, that wasn't the only news from AEW. And for all of us watching live right now on YouTube, the WWE press conference for WrestleMania has started. We'll bring you anything that we find to be big moments or big business.
Big news.
We'll do that right now, and I'll keep my eye on it. But you know what's funny? We're saying big business and big news because that was one of the things that AEW also brought last night was an announcement.
A big announcement.
A big announcement, and it was AEW Big Business, which is going to be going on from the TD Garden Arena in Boston, Massachusetts. And
good fellas, baby. Good fellas. Watch your back.
And the thing is, they AEW does this. Like when CM Punk was going to come in, they booked the the Allstate Arena there in Chicago, and they said it's the first dance, and they made it pretty obvious that we know who's coming in, right? We all know where we're buying a ticket for this show without saying it. And they're doing the same thing with this AEW Big Business, because I don't know if you took a look too much at the flyer book because you're a busy guy, but these are the things that I do. I look at the flyer and, I'm like, okay, cool. AEW Big Business. Okay. It's pretty, there's Adam Copeland, there's Timeless Tony, there's, all the major players up there at the top. But then I started looking, there's TD Garden. And then when you go in a little bit closer, what does it say right there? Boston, right? But spelled BOSSTON with the dollar signs. So we know who's coming in. We know what this is about. This is Boss Town, not just Boston. And I'm pretty sure, I can almost bet money, Mercedes Mone is going to make her debut at AEW Big Business.
I'm just wondering who, put you on game to find that right there, because this is the first time I've ever heard about you looking at the posters, and
what? Look.
No, I'm just saying.
Hey.
I mean, it's the first time that we've ever talked about a poster and you spotting something. I'm just saying it's the first time.
Well, I don't know if normally there are Easter eggs put in flyers, okay? But I saw BOSSTON. I said, that's not how you spell Boston.
I'm just saying. The way you just framed it, you say you love to watch the posters.
I didn't say I love to watch posters. I said you're a busy man. You're probably not looking at the poster. That's what I said.
All right.
Don't try to Saxton me me now. All right, I'm not gonna take the Saxton.
I swear that's what you said.
I said you're a busy man, right?
And you said, but I like to watch the posters. You know what I mean?
I said I look at this stuff.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what you said.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Okay.
So what do you think about Mercedes Mone? It seems as though she's
Mone is about getting that paper, baby. You saw the dollar signs, right?
Yep, man.
At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. If Mone couldn't make the deal with WWE and the door was, there and AEW, I mean, why not do it? I mean, you don't want to. How many times have I said it, man? How many times have I said it?
How many?
I mean, I don't know, 1,000 times or more. When we talk about, we was talking about Mone going to Japan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where Mone was going to be.
Yeah, New Japan Pro Wrestling.
That's what she was going to be. And how many times have I said it, damn it? If you don't have to work in Japan, you ain't going to work there. If you can work right here at home, you're going to do it. That grind in Japan is not like here in the United States. Those arenas is not like here in the United States. You can work the Tokyo Dome all you want, but it ain't like being at home in a warm bed with a remote control in your hand. With room service on speed dial, Grubhub, all that.
No DoorDash over there.
No, I'm serious. Everybody that say they're gonna run over to Japan, that bro, if you and then at the end of the day, I say it's about getting paid. It's about getting, it's about getting paid. So if people do not understand when I talk about this kind of stuff, that only thing I'm relating this to is myself being in it and doing it. You know what I mean? I got a chance to go to Japan early in my career. 27 years old, still young and fresh and hot. You know what I mean? Ready to go. And
chew it. and do it.
You feel me? And, one tour to Japan, and my ass couldn't wait to get home. I almost flew myself back after being there 21 days straight. So I'm serious.
Frankie,
man.
Beverly, and Mays can only take you so far.
So no, anybody that's listening to me that's been through this, that has done it one time, they understand exactly what I'm talking about. They say, "I can wait a minute. I can get a big check at home, and I don't have to do this. I don't have to be on these buses going through these towns and doing all. I don't. Boom, let me get back home as quick as I can." So for Mone going and doing the Japanese experience, boom, big ups. It's a great experience. And I tell everybody, if you're young, you got to have that experience at least once in your life. But if you're gonna work, you want to do it right here at home if you can get paid to do it.
Yeah. Bottom line, man. So I think that Mercedes coming into AEW, I look, selfishly, I thought it'd been cool to see her come back, at the Royal Rumble. That's what I kind of was waiting for, that big moment. But we ended up getting a lot of big moments in the women's Rumble anyway. But for Mercedes, I mean, Tony's been doing great. Britt Baker carried the torch there for a while as well. And there's some talented women in AEW for sure. But make no mistake about it, Mercedes Moné is going to be the biggest star in the women's division, right? I mean, who is a bigger star than Mercedes with as much brand and name recognition? Who's on that women's roster? I'm not saying, look, I'm not saying they don't have a roster, but I'm saying that's going to be the biggest name.
Well, you know what? I don't know, man. I think she's going to have to, retake that spot as far as being, of course, from a branding perspective, from a name perspective.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. But the last time, we saw Moné, she went out and had an injury. She's hurt. Mm-hmm. When she come back and go out there and do it, what version of Moné are we going to see? Maybe no. This will be pretty much the first version of Moné that we have seen
on American television,
on American TV. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I got to see how this thing play out. Sometimes when you get out of a system, sometimes when you're not working with, guys within that system, everything changes. It really does. And I say that because I've worked with guys in WCW. I've worked with guys in TNA, ECW, WWF, WWE. I've worked with independent guys all over the world. Exactly. So many guys. So my thing is, when you change the system, sometimes just because I'm not saying this. I'm saying it because I'm saying it. When I finally got a chance to work with ECW guys after watching them on television and thinking those guys could work and work with them one time, and I go, yeah, RVD an exception, a couple of guys an exception. But some of those guys, you go, wait a minute, I thought this guy could work, and they couldn't work at all, and so you really got to be very, very careful when you step into a different situation. So we got to take a break, guys.
We do.
Round man. We're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Can you dig it, sucker? All right, everyone, it's Booker T and Brad Gilmore here, and we've got something exciting for all you sports, comedy, music, and theater fans out there. We're talking about Game Time, the fastest, easiest way to get your hands on tickets to your favorite events.
That's right, Book. We love all those spontaneous, unforgettable moments, and Game Time is here to make them happen. Whether it's a last-minute decision to see a game or a sudden urge to catch a live show, Game Time has got you covered, giving fans access to tickets even at the last minute in over 60 cities across the United States and Canada.
Hey guys, this ain't about getting in. This is about getting the best seats in the house. With Game Time, you can see images of your seat before you buy it. So no surprises there, guys. You can score tickets swiftly. Skip the line, guys. Just dive straight into the moment.
Absolutely. And listen to this. Game Time guarantees the best prices. Find tickets in the same section in a row for less elsewhere. Game Time will give you a credit of 110% of the difference. So there's no reason to wait, Book.
So whether it's the thrill of the game, the laughter of the comedy, the rhythm of the music, or the drama of the theater, guys, don't let the opportunity skip by. Choose Game Time. Grab your tickets and just enjoy the moment.
Live should be spontaneous, Book. So guys, don't miss out. Check out Game Time now on their app or at gametime.co. That's gametime.co. gametime.co.
Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Just download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code Booker for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Lowest price guaranteed. Oh, yes. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, y'all. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. We just cruising. I know we got some super chats probably coming in.
We do, and I want to grab those super chats here in just a second. I'm looking at the WrestleMania kickoff show. Right now, Jackie Redmond is backstage there waiting on somebody. But I'm going to tell you, they've been showing shots of the crowd here. They have a completely filled up arena for a press conference. If that doesn't tell you how hot WrestleMania is, how hot that angle that they're shooting is, how hot the WWE is right now. On a Thursday during Super Bowl in Las Vegas, they filled up an entire arena. I mean, it's packed.
That's pretty awesome.
There's your boy Byron, too, on the show right now, wearing a...
I'm my homie. What up, B? What up, B? Big shout out to Byron Saxton.
So, you know what? Speaking of that, The Rock, who's made a lot of headlines lately, since his appearance on Friday Night SmackDown on Fox, he was on the Pat McAfee show, and I was telling you about it a little bit before. I wanted to play a segment of it, and I wanted to get your reaction to what you feel The Rock is saying about everybody who was upset, because he addressed it head on. He addressed people being upset that he was going to be involved in some sort of way in the WrestleMania main event. So this is from Pat McAfee's show on ESPN from Radio Row at the Super Bowl. This is what The Rock had to say about Cody Rhodes and the people on the internet.
In that way. I love Cody. I love his passionate fans. Then there's the other passionate fans of Cody.
Yep.
And they're called the what's that? Oh, Cody Crybabies. Yeah. That's what they're called.
Okay, all right. Okay, got it. I didn't know the name that was coming.
It was the Cody Crybabies, and these are grown-ass men. And Cody gotta finish his story. He has to finish his story right now. It's like, wait a second, hold on. Hey, Dad, you want to go outside and play catch with me? Not now. Cody's got to and I'm upset. The wife comes in. Hey, honey, do you want to go have sex? Not now. Cody's got to finish his story. At the end of the day, look, you got the Cody crybabies and you have the Cody fans and you have Cody himself, and there's a clear distinction between the three. But The Rock says this: those Cody crybabies, the ones for every 10 tweets, they're shoving a chicken McNugget in their mouth. For every 20 tweets, they're shoving 2 McNuggets up their ass. The Rock says this: all you got to do is sit back, know your role, shut your mouth, and enjoy the ride that The Rock is going to take your candy asses on. So
there you go. What did you think of Rock shooting from? Is he shooting from the hip there?
I mean, that's the only place you're supposed to shoot from, man. You just can't sit back and, go with the flow and let people dictate, the way the thing is going to go. I've said it once. I've said it 1,000 times there again. You got a guy like The Rock coming back. Guys on the roster need to understand how to one day find themselves in that same spot. That seemed like that would be the main goal, opposed to knocking the game. You know what I mean? Don't hate the player. Seriously. No, I'm serious. Don't hate the player. I hate the game. And he's figured the game out, man. And a young guy, I understand finishing this story too, but one thing that these younger guys on the roster, younger, wrestlers, next generation, need to understand the revenue, the eyes, that someone like The Rock bring. It being a part of an event like that, it's more than just wrestling. And there again, these young guys that's in the locker room, that's got that next level potential, they better be strategizing. They better be thinking about, what's next, and how can I parlay this, just like The Rock did with the acting and whatnot. How can I figure out how, like John Cena, make it all the way to that next level, the Stone Colds of the world. And it's not easy. It's not easy. Everybody don't get that. It's not like a Pop Warner where everybody get a trophy, everybody get a shot. It's not like that. And I've said that many, many times too, even at Reality of Wrestling. Guys, don't think because you go to the school, you're going to be on the show. That's not the way it works. So when I see this, it just, something that I've seen many a time.
Yeah. I mean, I think what The Rock is doing is he understands how to get a reaction of people. I mean, this is the business that you and he have been in for what, 3 decades, getting a reaction. And I also think that he's too smart, and guys who've been in business as long as you and he have are too smart to not be calculated, right? And Rock has always prided himself on having the finger on the pulse of what the fans want and what the people want. And I almost strongly would put money on the fact that they knew they were going to get a reaction. And to me, I don't know if The Rock technically cares if he's getting booed or cheered, right? Because at the end of the day, a reaction equals what? A reaction equals box office. And if The Rock can come in here and say, look, I just had the most social moment in WWE history. I got more people talking about what's going to happen. They filled up an arena on a Thursday afternoon in Las Vegas during Super Bowl week.
Yeah.
They filled it up.
Yeah.
Do you think that would have happened if not for all this chatter?
Is it inside or outside?
It's inside.
Okay, I was just making sure because it's like 40-something degrees there in Vegas right now. It's pretty cold. I was looking at some of the guys on First Take, and they were cold, man. Molly was cold. Everybody was cold on that panel, man. It felt like when I was in Chicago almost. But yeah, man. Yeah.
So, I mean, what I'm saying is he understands what he's doing. Now, what does that mean? What are we going to see, here at the press conference? I'm not really sure. I don't know if, The Rock and Cody and Roman are going to get to a 3-way. I don't know if people are speculating that The Rock might be setting up for next year's WrestleMania. But I have a feeling after hearing him on Pat McAfee, he's definitely working the show. There's no chance he's not.
We'll see. Press conference, anything go down, we'll definitely let everybody know. But let's keep it rolling. Yeah,
why don't we look at a couple of super chats here now that we're talking about it? This is from
Super Chat
DJ 1491, who says, when is Mania coming to Houston? It's been a while. Yeah, we've only hosted 2 WrestleMania, 17 and 25.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I don't know, man. I don't know how the lottery is as far as WrestleMania, how it get chosen as far as what cities, whatnot. I know right now with this thing with Endeavor, it really seems like they're trying to expand. So they got with TKO, it seems like they're really trying to expand, like going overseas markets and really, doing some really, really great things. So I don't know. It may be, later rather than sooner. I would think, seriously.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. And I have literally no knowledge to back this up at all, and I haven't heard anybody else say it. I have a feeling WrestleMania 41 is going to be in Vegas, and I have a feeling WrestleMania 42 is going to be in London. That's just what I think. That's just what I think.
I feel something like that happening. But like I said, I feel like it's not going to be in Houston for quite some time.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Now, again, I believe cities have to go through a bidding process. They bid on WrestleMania. They say, "Oh, we'll give you X and X tax incentives, and we'll put you up here, and we'll try to take care of you." And WWE is in a great position to where they have options. Yeah. They have options.
Yeah.
People are begging them to bring WrestleMania.
Yeah,
because it's just like the Super Bowl. It's just like any of those big events where like Houston just had the Final Four this year. And they do that because it brings great revenue to the city. The tourist industry is up. Restaurants make money. Bus boys are happy.
Yeah.
Especially All-Star Weekend. There are certain on Richmond Avenue that are very happy All-Star Weekend.
I think they could do it now, with any of the big 4 shows of the year, any of those big pay-per-views.
SummerSlam, Survivor Series,
even NXT. So I think it's just so many options out there.
It was a few years ago they did Survivor Series in Houston, but they did Friday Night SmackDown, Saturday NXT, Sunday Survivor Series, Monday Night Raw, I believe, in a row at Toyota, if I remember correctly. So
I know we got one coming up like that in Canada, in Toronto.
I think that's Money in the Bank.
Yeah, it may be. So I'm looking forward to it. I haven't been to Toronto in quite a while. Toronto's always been a really, really cool city to go to. If you're going to go anywhere in Canada, you definitely want to stop through TO, baby. Check out the nightlife, dog. What I run into over there, this rapper from back in the day. Informer. Who was that? What's his name?
What's that again?
Yeah, the song was called Informer. Yeah.
Informer.
Yeah, Informer. Yeah. I can't think. Snow. That was his name.
Oh yeah, Snow. Yeah, Snow.
Yeah. I ran in the snow over there in Canada, hanging out with the nightlife back in the day.
Well, there you go. I don't know if we have full time for this one, so let me do this one real quick.
Oh yeah. What we get?
John JID says, was Goldust inspired directly from Adrian Street, or was it a creation all its own? I could see the answer being the case. Goldust is so unique.
I can imagine Goldust took a little bit from Adrian Street, but I think the Shattered Dreams Productions was something that was unique in itself. And I don't think anybody could have did that better than Goldie, man. Goldie did a hell of a job playing that role. But yeah, stick around, guys. We gotta take a quick break. You're in the Hall of Fame, man. We'll be back in a minute. The Hall of Fame podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp. What's up, everybody? It's your man, Booker T, along with my main man, Brad Gilmore. And we're back with another episode. And today, we want to talk to you about something that's incredibly important, especially during this time of the year.
That's right, Booker. As we head into the end of the year, it's the time for reflection, joy, and sometimes for a lot of us, a lot of stress. The holidays can be overwhelming for many, and it's okay to admit that.
Look, this time of the year can be a lot to handle, and it's natural to feel some sadness or anxiety, but we've got something positive to share with you today.
That's right, Book. It's therapy. It's a bright spot amid all the stress and change, something you can look forward to, something that can make you feel grounded, something that equips you with the tools to manage everything that life throws at you.
And when it comes to therapy, we've got the solution for you, BetterHelp. It's convenient, flexible, and entirely online. You can match up with a licensed therapist who fits your schedule, and you can even switch therapists at any time at no extra cost.
The best part is it's so easy to get started. You just fill out a brief questionnaire just like I did. I went through the process myself. It helped match me with a licensed therapist who will help me and can help you on your journey to personal growth and well-being.
And here's the kicker, folks. You can get started today and receive 10% off your first month by visiting BetterHelp.com/Booker T. That's right, BetterHelp. That's HELP.com/Booker T.
You deserve to find your bright spot this season, and BetterHelp is here to help you do just that. Don't wait. Take that positive step towards a brighter future. Hall of Fame podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp, professional, affordable, and convenient online counseling.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. I'm Booker T, 6-time world champ with my man, Brad Gilmore. We talk about the super chatters, man. We got your back. What we got, man?
Let's see. This is going to this is from BJ6. BJ6 says, Booker, what did you think of Melo dissing you in his promo on Wednesday?
That tells me a whole lot. It tells me a whole lot about Melo, man. Kid got very, very thin skin. Because me personally, I didn't do anything to Melo. Do anybody remember me doing anything to Melo?
I don't recall it.
I didn't do anything to Melo. I mean, I thought, when I would vibe as far as the ad libs, as far as Trick Williams songs, that was just something I was getting off into. But that literally had nothing to do with Carmelo Hayes. It really didn't. But it seemed like it did something to him. It seemed like he took offense to it, to the fact that it perhaps shook his confidence, and he perhaps is the reason why they're not tag team, champions of the Dusty Cup right now. Maybe it shook his confidence, when he had so many title shots and just couldn't get over the edge after Ilya Dragunov got in that spot. Me personally, I don't know, but I do take it personally, and I talked to the young man about it, but I have no ill will towards Carmelo Hayes. Do I think he's a guy that's gonna do a hell of a lot in this business? Oh, yes, I think he's going to do a hell of a lot. But Trick Williams, that kid, man, after what I saw at Vengeance Day, showed out. How many matches Trick has had on live television? 5.
Maybe more than that. Maybe a couple more. Something like that.
8. Yeah. You know what I mean? How many Carmelos had?
quite a bit more.
Exactly my point. And I'm gonna tell you, I can spot talent. I can see when somebody getting ready to get the rocket put on them, get set straight to the moon. I'm talking. Look here, Trick. This kid could be main eventing WrestleMania next year.
Woo! Come on now.
Am I gonna say that?
Yeah, man.
Am I gonna say that about Melo? Hell no.
Ooh, damn, man.
I'm just saying. Do I like this kid? He's a good kid. But so is my next door neighbor, damn it.
Hey, man, you're letting people know what time it is. That's all. That's all. Now, before we go to the next super chat, I do want to say there has been an announcement made on the press conference, not pertaining to the WrestleMania card, but I think this is really interesting. They just announced that WWE Speed is a new weekly video series showcasing up to 5-minute matches and will be distributed exclusively on X. So it's going to be coming to X.
I mean, WWE Speed is
a
5-minute match. I mean,
yeah, up to 5 minutes.
Up to 5 minutes.
I don't know what that really means, but it's up to 5 minutes beginning spring 2024. WWE and X will deliver the new format for high-paced, timed matches showcasing your favorite WWE superstars.
And that's going to be on X.
On X.
Yeah. If you can kind of like explain to me, is that going to be like in like a show, or is it something that's just going to come up at a certain time and boom, you can just click in and just to watch it, or something that you can watch pretty much, go back
on demand? I don't know. I feel like you'll probably stream live and then you can go back and watch. And look, I think this is again another thing that WWE is doing with their footprint in media, because now think about now. Okay, let's consider this the fourth main show that they have. Let's just call it that, even though it's 5-minute matches. Let's call Speed their fourth main show. That means you're going to have Raw on Netflix, a streaming company. You're going to have SmackDown on USA, a cable channel. You're going to have NXT on CW, a broadcast channel. And then you're going to have Speed on X, a social media platform. They're literally in everything. WWE is literally in everything.
Well, I think there's so many young people out there right now trying to get into the business. You got to give them as much access as they possibly can. Give them as much content as they possibly can. Give them a reason to want to try to, come to reality wrestling and join the wrestling school and, try to make it to that next level, because anything's possible. Anything's possible. That's why I really believe in this business as being that avenue to give, that young person that a lot of sports wasn't meant for. It may be for them, and it may be something that could really, really change a life. So I like it. For me, as much content is out there, the better. I'm trying to fall in as well with reality wrestling and trying to do unique things, trying to give fans a reason why they want to be a part of it, why they want to join it, why they want to watch it more than anything, because wrestling is alive, man. It's alive and well. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. And I think what companies love about pro wrestling, WWE and AEW, TNA, reality wrestling, what people love about wrestling is like, okay, look, if I had a platform, like a network, of course I'm going to have wrestling on there. Why? It's got a dedicated fan base for one, and two, it's a turnkey product. You just give me the show. I don't have to produce it, right? Yeah. I mean, WWE does all the production.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't X say, yeah, we'll throw some money at that? Y'all going to do it for us? Sure. Netflix, we'll give you all the billions.
Not just that, being connected with the WWE brand, with X, that partnership, that right there, that's huge, man. That's huge. So, yeah, I like it. I like it. And the thing is, the business is only getting younger. And right now, the world is driven through, platforms like X, TikTok, so, why not be a part of it?
Eventually, they're going to be start having 7-second matches to keep up with TikTok brain.
Well, exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean.
How can we fit this in a TikTok?
Yeah, TikTok's next. Yeah.
I think it's cool. So we'll go to our next super chat here. This is from, let's see how you say this, Somganda Chonko, who says, will you allow Braun to use no bread, no water, just meat on the MR? What on the MR? What is MR? Also, would Sean or WWE let you have him for reality of wrestling? Brother Mello with the heat. So I'm not sure what MR means, but
I can tell you this. I'm definitely going to try to get him before he get to the main roster because I'm only working.
Oh, main roster. That's what that means.
Yeah. Before we get to the main roster. Because I'm not working with guys on the main roster, those guys are really, really valuable. Cannot risk those guys getting hurt doing some, anything other than, what they, contracted to do. But with NXT guys, I'm definitely going to try to get Braun before he, make it to the main roster. As far as Braun, no bread, no water, just meat. He talked to me on last TV before I was off, and he said, "Man, I'm trying to get him to make the T-shirt." And I'm like, "No, I'm serious." I'm like, "Man, go for it, man, 100%." And that's what I think that's what I bring to the table. I bring that to the table, being able to put Braun in a position where a T-shirt like that, no bread, no water, just meat, just kicks him off. And for me to have been a little bit of part, I had a little piece of that, just a little piece. I don't give myself the credit at all or anything like that. I'm the one that try to spark the flame. And I look at Braun, and he is that next level talent. Talk about Braun Breaker going to the main roster, and I say, man, he can go to the main roster right now. Would I like to keep him in NXT for, a little while longer? Of course I would. So yeah, man, he's gonna have a bright future, hell of a future in store for Braun Breaker.
Now, I will say, coming from the WrestleMania press conference in Las Vegas, Nevada, it does look like we're seeing a match for WrestleMania that looks like it's going to be made official here. This is going to be Rhea Ripley. It looks like it's going to be Rhea Ripley, the Rip, taking on Becky Lynch at the show of shows. The man versus Rhea Ripley. And Rhea Ripley, by the way, last year with Charlotte Flair, tore the house down, had one of, if not the best match at WrestleMania. What do you think of that potential matchup there for WrestleMania? Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley.
They don't come better than Becky Lynch, man. And Ripley right now, she's a star. She's a big time star. I mean, she still haven't gotten anywhere near her peak. Nowhere near it. I'm serious. But Becky, that girl, she's a ring Denny Isle. She can go out in the ring and perform at the highest level. She's shown me so much over this last year. That classic that she went out and had with Trish, that match is going to go down as one of the best matches of all times. As far as I'm concerned, as far as the ladies go, I mean, not even just the ladies. That match was just so compelling. It had me on the edge of my seat. And then to watch what she came down and did in NXT, just to watch her work up close and personal as a coach, as someone who's not looking at, the matches like most people are. And I go, wow, man, she is so freaking good. And she's like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, man. I'm serious, because you wouldn't even imagine that watching her walk through the airport. I swear to God. You say, man, who's that girl now, man? But you never think she would whoop your ass down aisle 7. You know what I'm saying? So now, man, it's going to be a hell of a match. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be awesome, but we got to take a quick break here, Booker.
Yeah, stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute.
Can you dig it, sucker?
And this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about sex. Hey, you remember when you was always ready to go? I'm talking about strapping the rocket on it, man. Going straight to the moon. I'm talking about getting it done. If you want that extra confidence, I got something for you. Listen up. BlueChew.com. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, but in a chewable tablet at the fraction of the cost.
But the great thing, Book, is you can take it any time, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days.
The best part, guys, it's all done online on the internet. So it's no doctor's visit, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at a pharmacy or any of that.
And the thing is, Blue Chew's tablets, they're made right here in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package, so no one is the wiser.
Let's just get it out there, guys. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. It's like this. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew absolutely free when you use promo code Booker at your checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping, man. That's BlueChew.com. Use promo code Booker to receive your first month absolutely free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And, we want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the Hall of Fame podcast. Chew it and do it. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. Got any more super chatters, man? Let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, we do. Let's go to our next one here. This is from County Toenail.
What up, dog?
And if you find the tenderoni that is right for you.
There we go, man. Cali Toenail at hashtag Cody Crybabies. Long as Roman dropped that title, it's a win. Everyone was elated when Rock asked if he could sit at the head of the table. Right now, you flip-flops. Right? Yeah, he's true. Whenever The Rock had that little promo where he's like, should he sit in a booth? Should he sit at the bar? Or should he sit at the head of the table? The whole crowd was like, yeah. The internet was like, oh, my God, it's going to happen. And then how cool,
No, he went right there, man, as far as you're going to have your fans, man. You're going to have your fans that's going to cheer for you. You're going to have your fans that, like you said, want Cody to finish the story. And the party is like, your wife, you want to have sex. I got to finish watching Cody.
Cody's got to finish his story.
It's true, Like, man, look, I have, no time to think about that. That's your agenda. My agenda is to come in at WrestleMania and pop the crowd and give them something that they're going to remember for a long time. Wrestling is not just about, the stories. I've said that many, many times. The wrestling game is about the moments. And this is a moment at WrestleMania 40 that I think a lot of people are interested in because, like you said, it's sold out in Vegas right now with people anticipating, just this press conference. That's not even Mania. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what it's going to be like?
There's no match at this press conference, and they're loving it, right? They're loving it. And The Rock,
and they probably tailgated and everything.
Oh my gosh, you know it.
That's probably nuts.
You know it. It's stupid right now out there. And the thing about The Rock is, you can say whatever you want. It doesn't really matter because I think the time where he came back to wrestle in Miami, I think you were on that card too at WrestleMania 28, I believe. And that was the highest selling WrestleMania of all time. Biggest buy rate in history. Him and John Cena, right? Once in a lifetime, that match. And I can remember everybody on social back then, back when WWE still had a Tout account. If anybody remembers Tout.
What account?
Do you remember Tout?
I don't.
You remember that? Tout used to be a social media platform. This is how long ago it is. But I remember everybody back then was saying, oh, man, no one wants to see Cena and Rock. Highest selling WrestleMania of all time, right? Yeah. Look, the thing is, there's what the internet says, and then there's what the numbers say, right? And again, to go back to it, I don't think that The Rock or Cody or Roman or Triple H or Nick Khan or TKO board, I don't think they give a damn who's cheering or booing so long as there's interaction, so long as there's reaction.
Oh, man.
These people, there's 15,000 people in this place right now, literally watching people talk. That's it. We're just watching people come out on the stage and cut a promo. There's 15,000 people there.
15,000 people.
It's incredible.
If you're going to say it, you got to say it like that, man.
1,000?
15,000 people.
Man, and you know what? Shout out to my man Shannon Sharp, but he started a trend because now I saw Monique was on Club Shay Shay today, and she was just throwing jabs at everybody. Tyler Perry was getting it. DL Hughley was getting it. Oprah Winfrey was getting it. Yeah, getting the wrath of Monique. Monique is coming for him. She said she got receipts, and they need to pay up.
Monique, man, she's serious, dog, right now.
Monique doesn't play around.
Monique want that spotlight, man. You know what? And I get it. You know what I mean? Because Father Time. Wait for none of us, man. And time is running out on Monique. Her career is getting shorter and shorter. I get it. 100%. You know what I mean? So
I like Monique. Monique's cool.
She got to get in right now.
Monique's Academy Award winner, man. She won an Oscar.
Yeah, but Monique feel like she should have got paid a whole lot more throughout her career than she's gotten paid. She should have gotten, a lot more roles that, didn't come her way just because, I know a lot of times, I was watching her and Steve Harvey. They was having a conversation and she had her side and Steve Harvey had his side. And I mean, personally, I can understand both. Steve Harvey was saying, look, man, I can't jeopardize this, that, whatnot, because I got a family, whatnot. I just can't be running out there saying this, that. I get that. And then someone like Monique saying, well, you should have stepped up for me when, and the thing is, you go, well, is it his job to step in for that kind of stuff? It's so much goes into that for me. That's why I've never had relationships on the job. I've never had any friends. So I ain't taking in for yes. You're in the spotlight. You're on Front Street. That's on you. But nah, man, that's a lot of, like I say, a lot of drama.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Monique. Shout out to Shannon Sharp. Let's go to the next super chat here. This is from the Black Panther.
Panther baby.
Who says, who has the best ring entrance with or without pyro? R.I.P. Byron Saxton. Well, Byron Saxton's alive and well, although he might think differently after he hears Booker.
I was just playing, man.
Here we go. Roman's coming out to the Roman and Seth are on stage now. But yeah, who do you think has the best ring entrance of all time? I mean, I think it's got to be Taker, right? Just with the pageantry and the.
Always, for me, it was Stone Cold when the glass broke. That was the best interest for me, when I really was like, man, that's some cool stuff, man. I wish I had that, so it would be Stone Cold Steve Austin for me. Yeah.
Steve Austin.
The glass, when the glass would break, when on the stage, when the glass would actually break on stage and he walked through.
WrestleMania 13 entrance. Yeah, classic. That was a classic one. I mean, there's a ton of great entrances. I mean, especially, and I'm not just saying it because your entrance is iconic. Rock had a good entrance. I just like the way the Rock would walk. He had a great one. Undertaker is up there for me. I'm trying to think of who else has like just an awesome entrance. I always like Shawn Michaels' entrance. Lex Luger, when he was the narcissist and he had the mirrors and the pyro that would come off the mirrors, that was a cool thing. I'm not putting it in a GOAT entrance category, but it's one that pops up in my head.
Yeah, I always had a cool intro too,
Your entrance was great. Yeah.
So
the pyro took your entrance to to that next stratosphere.
Oh yeah.
Because the walk was always cool, but that where it went off, man, with that fire.
Oh yeah, man. It was a monster. It was a monster, baby.
And the thing is, I don't know how it felt for you. I remember being in the building for one of your entrances, and I felt the heat, like from that fire.
Yeah,
you could feel it.
Ah, man, it was real, dog. It was real as it could possibly be. And I was like, well, coming from WCW to WWE, totally different. Yeah.
We were talking about somebody's entrance the other day, like a few months ago, where they came out and they just did this. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Who was that?
LA Knight.
LA Knight. LA Knight. Yeah. We just did that. Oh, that's some good stuff, man. That was some good stuff from LA Knight. But yeah, I remember when you told me about your entrance, that this was in reference to the old theme song, the way that it used to start, or the yes, yes, yes.
Well, it was actually I learned doing that. It was a kid doing it one night after I wrestled. He was in the truck with his dad. He was doing this. I used to chop guys like that, but I didn't realize I was really doing it. I would just do it. And I saw this kid. I was at the red light. And he was in a truck with his dad right next to me at the red light. He looks at me and he realizes it was Booker T and he does that. And I go, oh, okay. Let me, see if I can make this work. And that's what he 5 times, dropped down in the hair and all that came from was this little kid actually, mimicking me. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I didn't know that either. Well, but this part, right, was from the yes and no.
Yeah. I was from the yes, no. Yeah,
from the beginning of the song,
rap
sheet was the name of the song.
Exactly. Yeah,
man. So I mean, a lot of great, and you know what? Too, another one is the Shield's entrance when they would come to the crowd.
Yeah, they had a really, really cool entrance as well. Like I say, for me though, nothing, man, nothing was like that.
Well, there's also his walk.
That right there, man. I was like, man, somebody finna get it, man. I'm serious. That's the way I used to like. I'm serious. That's the way I felt when Stone Cold Steve Austin came out back in the day, man, out of that glass. I mean, I don't remember too many guys' songs and the beat and the the riffs and everything. Like I remember that one right there. That stuff like this finna go down and Steve come up out of there. Man, big props, man. I love that character.
But we gotta take a break. We gotta take a break. And
Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame, guys. We'll be back in a minute. Hey, what's up? This Booker T and winter is here, and you know what that means? Trying to stay comfortable while you sleep. Well, I've got something exciting for you.
That's right, Book. We've recently discovered a game changer for a good night's sleep. It's called Miracle Made, and it has its new product, the silver-infused bed sheets inspired by NASA.
Yeah, these sheets are no ordinary sheets, guys. They've got self-cooling properties that keep you at the perfect temperature all night long, thanks to NASA-inspired technology.
And here's the kicker. They're self-cleaning too. Infused with silver, these sheets prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them fresh and clean 3 times longer than regular sheets. So that means no more gross odors. Plus, they're all about comfort and quality. Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the crazy price tag of other luxury brands. Trust me, Book, they feel as nice, if not nicer, than the sheets used by some 5-star hotel.
And just in time for the holidays, guys, these Miracle Sheets make perfect gifts for your loved one. And who doesn't want better sleep and luxurious bed sheets? And guess what, guys? You get 3 free towels with your purchase. But wait, there's more. These sheets are designed with your skin in mind. No more sleeping on bacteria that can clog your pores. You don't want that. Sleep clean with Miracle.
Yeah, so here's the deal, listeners. Go to trymiracle.com/Booker to try it today or gift it to someone special this holiday season. And guess what? You will save over 40%.
Do it! And don't forget, guys, if you use the promo code at your checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and an extra 20% off.
And if that wasn't great, here's the best part. Miracle stands behind their product with a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not 100% satisfied, you will get a full refund from Miracle Made.
Hey guys, upgrade with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Booker and use the promo code Booker and claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40%. Trymiracle.com/Booker. Treat yourself or a loved one this holiday season to a gift of better sleep. Don't wait. Try Miracle Made today. Boom! Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, guys. We're getting ready wrap this thing up after this one right here. But oh, you guys got some super chats out there. You want to get them in? You want to get them in now? Do it now. I do it for you. But we got any more, Brad? We need to take.
Yes, we do. We do have one. We do have one that we're going to get to. And if you have anything else that you want to go ahead and send in before the show is over, we should get to that. I do want to update everyone that The Rock, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins are all on the stage right now. Rock got a very mixed reaction at the T-Mobile Arena, to put it kindly. But before we go to our next super chat book, what about Scott D'Amore, president of TNA? He no longer with the company, being with the company now 21 years, pretty much for the entirety of the ride, has wore many hats within that company. Was most recently the president. I believe was a guy who helped usher in the rebranding back to TNA, and now no longer with the company. Anthem made the choice.
Yeah, quite shocking. Gilmore been with that company for quite some time. He's done so much for that company when the wheels was falling off. So he was the guy that was, making phone calls to every shop in the city trying to keep that thing rolling. So I give Gilmore a lot of credit for that. I don't know what happened with that thing. I was reading that Gilmore actually made a play to actually buy the company, and then a week later they serving papers saying that he's no longer with the company. So I don't know. I'm sure we're going to get the details here in the future as far as what really went down. But big up to Scott D'Amore. I'm sure he's going to get a job somewhere just because he's a talented guy and he's been in this business a very long time. He'll be a good pickup for anybody.
Yeah, I mean, creative guy. I got to work alongside him when TNA came down here and did our Deep Impact show. I called the commentary with Scott and Josh. And he was a really cool guy back then. I mean, it's the only time I've ever had any real interactions with him, but was very nice and very – what?
No, I'm just thinking, man. I had so many matches with Scott D'Amore. I beat him up so many times. So many times I beat up Scott D'Amore back in WCW. Great times, man. Great dude. It's crazy just talking about Sting earlier. And I don't think about this kind of stuff, man, until we start talking about it. Because I can't remember the last time I thought about a Scott D'Amore match. You know what I mean? But it's so crazy that I've been a part of, so many different stages, so many different things in this business. And Scott D'Amore just happened to be one of those guys. So like I say, Scott D'Amore is a smart guy. He'll get picked up very soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, and apparently the TNA locker room was not really pleased to hear the news. I mean, I think Scott had a lot of fans within the locker room, and it's definitely unfortunate.
Well, you know why? Because he was one of the boys. When we see one of the boys, rise to that spot to get that top job, it's pretty damn cool. It really is. Anybody hate on that, man, they just a hater in this business. But for us to see one of the boys get to the spot where he got the book, it's a pretty damn awesome sight. So now that's why I say this dude, he's going to be all right. He really is.
So our final super chat here of the day. And again, if you want to get one in before this wraps, again, we have our eye on the press conference. No big news happening so far in the press conference other than The Rock, Roman, and Seth are all sharing a stage. I think we're waiting the arrival of Cody. But Aizen Sama says, personally, I'm not a fan for part-time guys in main event WrestleMania title matches, but fans have to learn if you want your opinion to matter, you vote with your wallet. It's the most important voice. A lot to unpack actually in this super chat. The last part of that I can completely agree with. If you say we don't want XX and X in the main event, but then that event does a record gate, record attendance, and record pay-per-view buys, it kind of doesn't coincide.
Who missed out?
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if you didn't vote. It's going to be one of those type of things right there. And the thing like this Rock Roman thing, whether you want that or not, you still going to want to be a part of the spectacle.
Right.
You're still going to want to be a part of it. You're still going to want to be a part of the mayhem, man. That's like dropping the ball on New Year's Day in New York City. You just want to be a part of that, just for the nostalgia purposes of it. And then you realize you had a damn good time and it turned out a whole lot better. We've been saying this about WWE for quite some time over these last few years, last couple of years, as far as is the show going to turn out the way you want it to? and you don't know if the show is going to turn out the way you want it to. And then, damn it, at the end of the day, it turned out a whole lot better. So sit back and relax, and let's see how this thing play out. That's what I've been saying since we've been doing this thing. Let's just sit back, and let the thing play out, and we'll be talking about it after.
It's why you say you don't like to book the show. We want to see what kind of comes of this, Where is it going to go? Where is it going to lead to? And the thing is too, like, hell, this is stories, right? Remember when we had Eric Braden, on the show?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's the name of his character again?
Victor Newman.
Victor Newman, right?
Victor Newman, yes.
It's like Victor Newman knows. Eric would talked about the soaps and the stories and how they play out and why people still are engaged with him. Why he's still on the show decades later is because people still engage with the story.
Yes.
It's not, hey, I wanna know what's gonna happen already. You gotta wait till the next week.
100. Yes.
You gotta wait till the end of the season. Then you gotta wait for the season to come back on the air. They can leave you on a cliffhanger.
We'll get that.
We'll get there. Just stick with me, kid. What do you think about the first part of this from Azen, who says not a fan of part-time guys in the main event of WrestleMania? Somebody who's been an active roster member. Back when you were kind of on top, they didn't really bring in too many guys for one shots here and there. That's kind of something that's happened, I'd say, in the last maybe decade to 15 years. But what do you think about the whole part-time thing in general? Because they actually now refer to Roman as a part-time guy as well.
I'm not, I'm not too big off in the part-time wrestlers either, but I'm not against part-time wrestlers, because we always talked about the wrestler's schedule. He should have more time off. He should be able to heal his body. What about those people? Why didn't I speak of them now? But as far as part-time wrestler, and his name is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, it's a totally different story. We're talking about a guy who may be a part-time wrestler, but at one time was one of the biggest wrestling stars in the business, and gone to Hollywood to become one of the biggest, if not the biggest, star in Hollywood, and still can come back and do this. That's an anomaly. That's something that you don't get ever. And if you pass up on that because somebody's saying they don't like a part-time wrestler, and we know what not Rock is going to just bring to WrestleMania, but the city of Philadelphia. When that thing go down, it's going to be a spectacle, man. So the guys that don't get it, I understand it, but this is big business, and that's what it's all about.
It's about money. And, for people watching right now on the WrestleMania press conference, I haven't been watching with the audio on, so somebody in our chat can update us, but Cody is now on the stage, and it looked like Roman and Rock just dapped up. So I'm not sure what's going on within the story, but again, we're trying to bring it to you here live and in living color as the things happen. But it definitely looks like Cody's about to finish his story, is what it looks like. And it looks like he's going to be in that main event of WrestleMania, but we're not sure. I don't know what's going to happen. But
we'll see.
But that's the whole thing about this WrestleMania. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing.
What's that?
It's just the intrigue, because 2 weeks ago we thought the WrestleMania card was going to look much differently. We thought Seth versus CM Punk was a lock. We thought, who would have thought Charlotte Flair wasn't going to be on the card at WrestleMania, right? Going down with an injury. Seth Rollins almost out with an injury. Who's Gunther gonna wrestle for that IC title? We thought it was gonna be Brock. Doesn't look like it's gonna be Brock. There's so much intrigue into what's going on that this is going to be one of the biggest WrestleManias of all time, without a doubt.
I'll be there. You know what I mean? I'll be there. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I'm really looking forward to getting there early. I'm looking forward to WrestleCon, baby. I'm gonna try to slip in a couple of hours over there as well. So man, it's gonna be on. I can't wait for this WrestleMania.
And it looks, I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the live chat here, but I'm having trouble figuring it out. But it looks like it's going to be Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns now. But I'm trying to figure this out as we go. This is live. This is live and in living color. This is what happens. Callie Toenail, why aren't you texting me and letting me know what's happening? I know Callie's watching both. Callie, you need to be hitting your man up so we know what's going on. Okay.
Callie ain't giving you no info.
Callie hadn't give me anything, man. Come on, Callie, you're supposed to come through. But BT, let the people know though, who's listening right now in the Houston, Texas airwaves, why they should be at Row Blitz going on Saturday.
It's going to be an awesome show going down this Saturday night, guys, at the Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena Road Blitz. This is the first time we've had this title, but it's going to be going down Super Bowl Sunday, y'all. But I tell you, Jacob Fatu will be in the arena taking on Ruthless Ryan Davidson, as well as my main man Duke Hudson from Chase U is going to be at the house, as well as Mason D. Madden, former WWE star, will be in the house, as well as all of the cast of the Row Nation will be inside the arena. So guys, do not miss out. Don't get shut out. It's going to be a hell of a show, just like we just had. Hell of a show.
Hell of a show, man.
Inside the Hall of Fame, getting your champagne wishes and caviar dreams, man. We doing it like it's supposed to be done, but right now, Bradley, as always, we appreciate you. We got to get out of here. We love you, and we out. I always talk about preparation is the only luck you're ever going to have. I think that's what I'm talking about. Those moments that prepared me for life. Something that a book, something that a school could never have taught me. Life taught me.
I wake up half past 5.